The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Oh, look at this. Formula's 370 SS. With her fast tech hull, she creates a synergy between performance and luxury. Let's step aboard and take a look and see how they've done.
Now, to be clear, the Formula 370 SS is not just another express cruiser, but a special one that we consider at the top of the quality and performance pyramid in class. Why do we say that? Well, let's take a look at all of the details that make it so.
A lot going on in this boat, and it starts with the Corian inserts in the tables, and this Corian is a theme that's continued throughout the boat. The aft-facing rumble seat has storage underneath, and it's been improved this year. Now, it flattens out to a sun pad electrically. This swim platform has the optional vinyl teak decking, which can also be added to the main deck. These seats have also taken part in the major upgrade on this boat. All new materials, alcoves created in corners, and this is making it much easier to get to the drink holders that are also surrounded by Corian. Underneath are courtesy lights that take the form of rope lights. There are also grab handles underneath and more rope lighting above. Well, the Corian theme continues over at the wet bar, where we have a sink, trash receptacle, insulated storage that's self-draining, grab handle. Below, we've got a refrigerated drawer. I'd like to see this door removed to expose the refrigerator better. Over on this side, more storage for an igloo cooler, fire extinguisher, and the ship's breaker panel. Adding to the beauty of this interior, take a look at this optional hardtop. Standard is an arch, but this hardtop is a definite must-have on my list. A lot going on here, starting with LED lights and blue courtesy lights going all the way around the hardtop. Stainless steel speaker grills, and another option that I really like is this sunshade. The theme of upgraded seats continues on the port-hand side with this chaise lounge, same alcoves underneath, and you've got the courtesy lights inside. The theme of luxury continues down below with the Galley. Corian countertops again. Look at this upgraded faucet. Single burner electric stove. This is a nice touch. Glassed in top of the door. Notice the LED lights that shine down on the stemware. That's a very nice effect at night. Opening it up, there's an alcove for a coffee maker. Down below, grab handle, plenty of storage, a microwave oven. All of the drawers close automatically, and take a look at the joinery. Dovetail all the way. And just behind me is the refrigerator. Beautiful forward seating area, hardwood tables, ultra leather seats, both top and bottom, and look at in between, the lumbar area is suede. Coming out of the seating area, this side, there's enough room, but over here, a little bit skinny. But this is sort of a necessity because the air conditioning unit is inside. To the starboard side is a flat screen TV, and just behind the panel that it is mounted to is the ship's electrical panel. The entrance to the mid-cabin is a little bit small, but once inside, it's a wide open space. Just across from the galley is the head, and in this case we have a wet head. Formula went with a vacuum flush toilet as standard. The theme of Corian countertops continues. There's a single basin sink, upgraded faucet, two mirrors have storage just behind, and there's plenty of headroom. And like all Formula boats, they put so much attention to detail in getting this mirror-like finish. And notice how the graphics are painted on with Imron paint. They're not decals. Now let's move to the operational features, starting with the daily engine checks. Here, the engines are accessed by a switch at the helm.
Formula went with a pair of 375 horsepower 8.2 mags as standard. Here we have the 430 horsepower 8.2 HOs. Being as this is a fast tech hull, there's also an option for a pair of 520 horsepower Mercury racing engines. Just ahead of the engine is the standard 7.3 kW low CO Kohler gas generator.
At the bow, we've got a concealed Lumar windlass, full controls, going out to a stainless steel anchor roller. Formula went with a nicely laid out helm that starts with the tachometers above the SmartCraft Vessel View display. Raymarine hybrid touch display in the center, fuel gauges to either side of the compass, engine trim gauges over to the right-hand side just below the chain counter, digital depth finder underneath that. And to the right-hand side, the Axios joystick, Bennett trim tabs with LED indicators down the sides, and the DTS engine controls. Now let's get underway and see how she performs.
The Formula 370 SS has a length overall of 38 feet 6 inches, a beam of 10 feet 9 inches, and a draft of 36 inches. With an empty weight of 15,100 pounds, 60% fuel, and 4 people on board, we had an estimated test weight of 16,747 pounds. With a pair of 430 horsepower Cruiser 8.2 HO engines turning 29-inch pitch prop sets on Bravo 3 drives, we reached a top speed of 53.5 miles per hour while burning 76.5 gallons per hour. Best cruise came in at 36.7 miles per hour, which reduced the fuel burn to 35 gallons per hour, and the 370 SS could keep that up for 224 miles or just over 6 hours while retaining a 10% reserve of fuel. Being that this boat is built on the hull of a Fastech, it's little surprise that she handles outstandingly well. In fact, there's virtually nothing in her handling characteristics that one would find untoward or out of line with not only the Fastech line, but the entire Formula line. She accelerates cleanly with minimal bow rise and no wandering of her heading. Once on plane, add just 3 to 4 shots of up trim on the drives, and she's in her 5-degree high optimum running angle. However, because of her length and weight, that running angle feels much more like dead level. She has a stately roll into the turns, meaning nice and slow with no jerky motions and no tendency towards chine walking in the turns or at high speed.
Well, with sporty handling and a new level of luxury, this 370 SS delivers on its goals. And that's my look at Formula's 370 SS. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.